All right, guys, today we're going to focus on a tough concept to really go over in Jiu-Jitsu, and that's guard recovery, or even guard retention. So if I'm playing a guard, whether it's collar and sleeve, spider guard, lasso guard, butterfly guard, even closed guard, it's kind of like a traffic light. There's a green, a yellow, and a red. If I'm in my guard and playing with the grips I want, I'm in the green zone. I'm doing what I want. I'm attacking submissions, and I'm trying to sweep. If my opponent or my partner starts undoing things, I lose a grip or two, they're destroying what I've built, I'm in the yellow zone. So that's where I either recover or transition to something else. But if he destroys all my grips and begins to pass and trying to solidify that pass by going to a pinning position, side control, mount, back mount or something, then I'm in the red zone where like it's too late, I've got to focus on escaping. So green, yellow, and red. If I've got the grips I want, the guard I want, I'm offensive. In the yellow, and that's where we're going to spend time today, I'm trying to transition or recover, or if I'm in the red zone, I've got to look at late stage escapes or planning for the next thing. So let's look at this first concept, where let's say I'm in closed guard here. I'm going to have Matt work towards the camera. Back up just a little bit. So let's look at a very basic idea. He starts doing like a pass here, like a circle pass. Right here, we often teach to frame. So this is a huge concept. Framing is to stop him temporarily so I can move other parts of my body. When I frame here, my arms are 2x4. Don't push, don't count on the arms holding on forever. But I have to move something else. If I'm here, let's say I hip escape. I use my far leg, I hip escape. So now look at how his arms changed. Maybe I fix my grip and I come back here. Okay, I have a guard. That is a concept. Maybe if I'm here, I'm framing here, I move him a little bit here, and I reset this way. If he clears my leg and drops to his knees and I'm still framing, now we're in a later stage where if I hip escape, it's really hard, but I might be able to if I can beat this arm, I hip escape, bring a knee in, etc. Okay? But here's what a lot of people tend to do. He's going to fight this arm towards my head, and I'll start blocking the hip, and they go like this. So keep going. Go, go, go. And they're here like this. This frame does absolutely nothing for me, but it's a common thing that people do all the time. So go ahead, get the side control, really get heavy, get heavy, get heavy. Yeah. It does nothing. So we see this all the time. We'll come back to close guard. Let's move back a little bit. Where that frame on the hip, remember, it's to stop him from moving so that I can move. So if he goes all the way through, I'm going to start here. I see him go, he drops, and I frame like this. Go ahead and get side control. Get side control. And there's nothing I can do to stop it. This, though, right here, this is huge. So what I want you to focus on is this elbow, this arm can never be allowed to get to my head. So if we back up one step, so let's say he's kind of here on the side, you can be straddling almost in half guard, whatever. I'm looking at this space. The shoulder, the bicep, and the elbow. This space. Try to get to my head, right? He's gonna move, change angles, whatever. If I have my 2x4s, he might tilt me up, and now he can circle the arm in, boom. Or if I'm here like this, come back a little bit. If he keeps circling the angle, goes to north-south, right? Now I lose the frames. Right. So every single time he's bringing that arm to my head, I get in trouble. So we're going to look at an elbow escape. When he comes here and I'm framing, right? I'm going to bring both my arms here and push this elbow down as much as I can to his hip. Now I'm not fully in side control. You can do this from a fully, heavy, solidified side control. But if I'm here, look how I went from my top arm here, this extension here. So now when he drives in and tries to get this to my head, it's hard. He might push down, but what I'm going to do to counteract that is bring my arm up and work here. So now I drive in. Look how I have a strong, strong base. Now, it's very easy to move and come back in. If we see this all the way from side control, come into side control, people will frame here. Look at this hand. I'm fighting the hip. This hip doesn't do me a lot of good. It really only blocks him going north-south. I'm better served coming here. Framing either gripping, framing like this. My left arm never changed, but my right arm is going to start undoing this space around my head. So get tight on, yeah, he's tight here like this. But look, I bridge and turn into him. Now my arms aren't straight yet, but I can shuffle my shoulders back, and here I am. I frame on the elbow. If I try to come up on my bottom elbow, I don't have the room. So look, I'm moving away. I can even hip escape, move here, come here, and now I'm in a really good spot. Drive in all you want. I control this arm, okay? So this elbow escape, or this concept of keeping this elbow to his hip, is huge. However, every time I push down, he's going to start lifting up. And look, now my shoulders go flat. He can easily thread that hand in, and here we are. This is common. So if I'm going to push down and he starts going up, I'm going to push and go to the other side. Okay? So think of windshield wipers. I must be one side or the other. I can never be in the middle, ever. So I'll fight to the death. I start feeling I'm losing the battle right here. I go with it. I change my grip. I push the other way on the elbow. Now you might say he's still on top of you. But look, I'm behind the elbow. Same concept from the other side. I'm going to roll up and I'm here. Some people like to grip. Some people frame, up to you. If he tries to come back, try to come back really hard. So what I'm going to look to do is as I'm here, I bump him a little bit. Bump and shift my hips out. Now when he turns into me, boom, back to guard. So this idea, this arm or whatever side he's passing to, cannot get around my head. Cannot. So if we come back to close guard, let's back up a little bit towards the wall if you don't mind. So let's say he starts passing, whatever it says. As soon as he comes around, boom, I'm here right away, like this. If I make space and he tries to move that arm, I actually bring my foot in. If he's low and heavy and I can't, look, now I'm going to move away from him. Now I'm here. If I start losing the battle, the arm comes up, I push it all the way to the other side, I come here. So I'm always fighting that elbow coming to my head. If we're in half guard, let's say we're fully in half guard, and I have a knee shield. This is great. My knee shield keeps him away. What is he going to fight with? He's going to try to get a grip, try to undo my knee shield, and boom, now look what happens. If he drives forward, where does this arm go? Right to my head. And that's even though I still have my leg connected, tripod pass or other setups come right from that. But if he drives forward and I come here, down to the hip, I keep it down. Go ahead and start passing really hard. If he lifts it, anytime he lifts it, I either pass the other side or there's space. And so now I can recover. So it's a tough concept to sell in a video, like how do I do it? What are the steps? But if you thought of that idea, anytime somebody starts undoing my guard, they start undoing the grips and connection, and they're going for that shoulder or head control. One arm is coming under the head, and you fight with one or both frames to keep that away, and then move your body to put your feet back in, or at least transition to another guard. You'll have way, way more success at recovering or retaining your guard than if you let them get heavy with that arm control and try to undo it. So try that out. Hope it works.